Imagine using all types of small objects plus spray paint to create the most mysterious collage papers, ones that no one will be able to figure out how you made until you tell them. Well, that is what we're going to create today. Hello, my name is Catherine Rains. I'm a mixed media collage artist, and welcome to Tune In Tuesday, where I share art demos to expand your mixed media toolbox. If you see value in my art demos, I would deeply appreciate a thumbs up, and if you would subscribe to my channel below. Links for all the supplies to make these collage papers are down below under the word more. And while you're there, you might also want to check out my free 5-lesson online workshop, Collage Kickstart, where I teach you how to use all the collage papers taught during Tune In Tuesday to make fabulous collages the very first try. So let's get into creating collage papers with all types of objects and spray paint. The supplies for this demo are super fun. I pulled out all kinds of things from both my studio and my home that have small shapes that I could spray paint over. I have marbles from a previous marble paper. I have unusual shaped paper clips from another experiment. Rusted stuff in different shapes that would be fun to spray over. And Q-tips, bobby pins, paper clips, nails, coins. We're just gonna have some fun. Now, of course, you need some spray paint. I have Krylon spray paint. This is just from the hardware store. I've got matte white and matte black. I've pulled out all kinds of papers for this, from drawing paper, old book pages. I'm going to try some tissue paper, copy paper, anything you have will work for it. And probably the most important supply is this. I've got an N95 mask because I don't want to breathe in these fumes. Now, if you hear a little bit of background noise, that's because all of my windows are open in my studio. So you might hear some birds or some lawnmowers. Sorry about that, but it's not safe for me to have the windows closed. I'm sure you understand. So let's start playing. So I started my mat experimenting with just regular old nails from my toolbox and sprayed it with some Krylon spray right from the hardware store. The paint dries fairly quickly, and you've got this gorgeous paper as a result. Now, these are just little paper clips I found somewhere, and I'm spraying it with a matte white. And I had to use quite a few coats because the paper I'm spraying onto is a watercolor paper that was saturating, basically drinking up all of that white paint. But goodness, the effect was just stunning. At this point, I start taking everything around the house that is small that I think I could spray. Found a bucket of coins and had so much fun making these. I love the effect of just this white dots appearing in different sizes. Again, this took about 5 or 6 minutes to completely dry, but it was fairly quick. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do it on patterned paper? So I tried some matte white, and I like this one even more. I think I need to make some more of these. And of course I had to try it with paper clips. And the paper I'm trying it on really kind of soaked up that paint, so I had to put quite a bit on it. So it took longer to dry, maybe 10-15 minutes. Such an interesting paper. Of course, everything in my house now was being pulled out. This is over tissue paper. And the effect here looks like it's a photograph, which is really interesting. Doing the same thing with bobby pins. Again, with matte white paint. Don't need much paint for these. And they dry almost instantly. And doesn't that look like a photograph? Q-tips are one of my favorites. This was actually over watercolor paper. And I sprayed lighter this time, so I got kind of a gray, misty look, which I think I just love. I want to make more of those. Now, these matchsticks were interesting because they were so lightweight. When I sprayed them, they all sprayed off the page. So I learned that if you take your can way above the page, you get like this kind of dappled look, and you can keep the matchbooks on the page. Now, these pieces are just an old rust experiment that I thought would be interesting shapes. And I love these so much that now I want to do many pages of just the circles themselves. Now, these are rocks that I collected on a hike. And again, I'm spraying really lightly and pretty far above the page, like a foot or two above it, to get kind of a gray look. I love that. Now, the marbles was the most challenging of all because they didn't want to stay put. So again, in order to get these marbles to stay, I had to spray way above the page, like a foot or two above the actual paper, and spray lightly. But gosh, isn't that effect just gorgeous? Now I want to make many, many more of these. Oh my goodness, this was so much fun. Now you might hear the crickets and the birds outside because I still have to have my windows open because the fumes in my studio are pretty strong right now. However, it was totally worth it. Someone asked me the other day what was my very favorite collage paper I ever made, and to be honest, it's the one I just did, and that is totally the case with these. I love these, and what's so fun about these is that you can go around your studio in your home and just experiment with so many different interesting shapes. Like matches would make this beautiful paper, or Q-tips would make this one. But if I put this in a collage, no one's going to know what shapes these originally were. So I challenge you to scavenge around your home, your studio, your yard, and find things you can spray paint over. And I highly recommend doing this outside. And if I could and still film at the same time, I would have. I hope that you totally enjoy making these. I sure did. And I will show you how I actually put these into a collage in a few weeks. Have fun. To learn how to make many more types of collage papers, check out the links that are about to appear right here. And be sure to join my free 5-lesson online class, Collage Kickstart. The link to sign up is under the word "more" below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would be deeply grateful if you would. And I'll see you here next week for Tune In Tuesday.